Hey guys, welcome back to an all-new episode of Chuckload of Comics. It's our very special Week in Review show. Every single Sunday on YouTube, we break down sort of a list of all the nerdy headlines, all the geeky things that happen in the world of fandom. We break it down for you every single Sunday right here on YouTube. If this is your first time to the channel, guys, click the subscribe button. Join us here every Sunday for all the fun and leave some comments. Let us know what you think. The nicer, the better, I say. We got an amazing week of stuff that dropped this week, guys. Collider.com is canceling. They canceled some of their fan favorite shows. We're going to break down, this was huge. We're going to break down the details of that and what does it mean for the Collider network. Locke and Key, we got more amazing news, amazing trailers for the new Locke and Key show that comes out February 7th. So stick around for that. We got lots of stuff in the world of Locke and Key to break down. Trailers of the week. We got two new amazing movie trailers this week. One was for A Quiet Place 2. We're going to break that trailer down for you. And the new Gretel and Hansel, I hope I'm saying that right. Very awesome, scary trailer. We're going to break both of those movie trailers down for you. And at the very end of the show, we're going to save some time to have a little fun. 2019 has come to a close, so we're going to do a countdown. We got some very special guests here in the studio. They're going to help us count down the best hateful comments from viewers.
Yes.
The best/worst of 2019. That's going to be a lot of fun. So stick around for the end of the show for that. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. This is this week's Nerd News. All right, guys, first big nerd news story of the day. This is the saddest day I can think of as a YouTuber, guys. The news came out on Friday via a press release from the people at Collider. They are canceling their fan favorite shows. We're going to break down sort of the details of that. This was a huge bombshell. If you're a YouTuber, or if you're someone who likes talking movies, talking about comic books, talking about just kind of pop culture stuff, this came as a massive shock.
Big shock.
The shows that got canceled from the Collider network were Movie Talk.
Oh, man.
So I can't believe. Oh man, I'm gonna unleash my hate about this in just a second. So Movie Talk got canceled. Collider Heroes.
What?
If you're a comic book fan, Heroes is going away. Jedi Council, one of my favorite shows. Because we're massive Star Wars fans. Jedi Council got canceled, and Collider Live, one of their newer shows, got canceled. Got the X.
What the heck happened?
I know.
What? That's crazy. These are, like, in my opinion, four of their best shows.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
I just want to say right off the bat, we are massive Movie Talk fans. We practically patterned our show after the original AMC Movie Talk with John Campea.
Yep.
So this is a sad day for the Chuckload of Comics show, guys. So what they did, Collider put out a press release on Friday. Don't they always fire you on Friday?
Yeah, right?
Comment to all you bosses. I've been fired by a lot of bosses, and they always wait to the end of the day on Friday to give you your walking papers. So
that's so true.
That bugs me.
So, of course, it came out on Friday, like you said, right?
Yeah. So what the press release said, they said they're canceling these shows. Very like, whoa, we're very sad to cancel the shows, whatever. They said they're going to do more scripted shows. What? So, like, you know the deep fake stuff that they've been doing lately? With, like, the, what were some of the deep fake ones? They did one with George Lucas and Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
they're going to do more of the deep fake stuff. They're going to do more shows like Comic Book Shopping. Okay. Some of their pre-shot, pre-scripted, pre-edited sort of shows. So they're going to lean more heavily in the scripted, edited stuff, and they're killing, like, all of their live content.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you something. If you guys haven't watched Collider Movie Talk, it's one of the longest running, biggest fan-based sort of movie conversation shows on YouTube.
Oh, it was always my favorite. I mean, like
it was
you
a
said,
game changer.
John Campea started it, and it's genius.
He did. I want to talk about John Campea in just a second, though. But so here's my why. I've already expressed my anger about this, but I gotta say, I get it.
Yeah, really?
I understand. So, like, we've been watching Collider. Collider is part of my day. It's just like going to work. I watch every single episode of Movie Talk, every episode of Jedi Council, every episode of Heroes, have been for years.
Yeah.
But if you remember about a year and a half ago, a company came in and they bought the existing Collider.
True.
Fired all of their most talented people.
Also true.
Fired
and
so
sad.
many great, awesome, hugely talented folks. Hired a couple of them back. They did a whole change. They changed the format of the shows, the look of the shows, the talent that was on the shows. Everything went through this massive change.
Yeah.
You also noticed there was a lot of sponsorship stuff, like the infamous Denny's episode where they shot from Denny's, and it was all about, the moon's over my hammy is a really popular treat. You can get it for $9.99. It was
That's
weird.
so funny.
Very weird.
It's so true, though. You're right. Yeah.
So when this change happened, God bless all the people that got their jobs back and the producers.
Right.
People like Perry Nemiroff, that we love.
Yes.
People like, God, I can't think because I'm so upset. But the show there was a noticeable decline.
Yeah.
A show that used to get 100,000 views a day turned into like 10,000 views a day, and 6,000 views a day, 20,000 views a day. The decline was sort of noticeable.
Do you think it's just like an oversaturation in the market, maybe, or
maybe because there are other
there's people like us out there making YouTube
copying
shows
what they're doing.
that are the same
That's
thing.
you're absolutely right. So it's a mixture, and also it costs a lot of money to run a show like this.
That's true.
I mean, because the Collider Network is not just a free YouTube channel like we do.
Right.
We do our show in our living room, and it's free. It costs us nothing. They've got an entire network. They've got studios. They've got talent. They've got equipment. They've got all this stuff. And they've got to, if they're not getting the clicks, the money's not there.
It's true.
So,
That's
I mean,
a great
when
point.
clicks decline, you got to make some changes. So it really sucks.
Yeah, it does
But
suck.
the silver lining.
Yeah.
And this is just kind of my own thoughts. I know it doesn't offer any consolation to the poor people who lost their jobs. But these are incredibly talented people.
Yeah.
People like, like Perry Nemiroff, people like that we've just talked about.
Jay
I hope
Washington.
our buddy Jay Washington.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
It gives them an opportunity to sort of branch out and do their own thing.
That's a good point.
Because, like I just said, YouTube costs nothing.
Yeah.
You can do a show on a cell phone with some free software on an editing app
Right.
and do your show. So I guarantee these people are going to get snatched up. You're going to see these people again on other shows.
That's a good point.
And, I mean, I'm excited to see what these very talented people do. I'm really sorry to see these shows go away.
Yeah.
Because there's not, they were the upper echelon. They were the top tier of quality.
Absolutely. They
as far
were
as production.
Like who we strive to be. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So that was our, like you said, that's our pinnacle.
Yeah.
They are our peak.
Very
not
sad
were.
day. We want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Last thing I want to say, though, is because we talked about John Campea earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted more details about this, go to the John Campea show. He did a really awesome 17-minute piece where he
Great.
talked about it. So he doesn't talk about other YouTube channels ever. Like, that's not his shtick.
Right.
But the reason his segment about Collider was so important is because he created Movie Talk.
Sure.
He birthed this baby 7-8 years ago, back when he was one of the VPs at AMC, poured a ton of money and experience and time into this show. That got merged with Collider and became the Movie Talk that we now know.
Yeah.
Campea left, so watch his 17-minute clip. I'll put a link to it in the comments section. It's very knowledgeable. It's very heartfelt. It's very honest.
Aww.
It's very sad at times because this is
Yeah.
his baby that he just saw die.
Right. Aww.
Oh, what a bummer, man. So, guys, let us know in the comment section. Have you ever watched Movie Talk and Jedi Council and Heroes and stuff? Let us know. What do you think about this cancellation? Are you sad about it like we are?
Of course.
1 second. I'm battling a cold. I need to have a sip of this beer.
Hydrate. No, it's water. Come
It's
on
water.
now.
Brought to you by Denny's.
That's right.
So, guys, the next big nerd news story of the week. Lock and Key. It is week 3 of the Lock and Key news here on Chuckload of Comics. If you've been watching our show lately, we have been doing a Lock and Key story every single week for the past 3 weeks because they keep on giving us promos. They keep on giving us images. This week is the week we're getting our full-length trailer. We're going to talk about the trailer in just a second. We're also going to show you the new image that just dropped this week and the 2 new teaser promos.
Oh, man.
I need some advice from you people in the comment section because I don't know what these
is
promos
going on?
mean. We're going to show them to you and let us know what you think. But let's talk about the trailer.
Yeah.
The full-length trailer is dropping January 8th, this Wednesday. Also happens to be New Comic Book Day for all you comic book fans. How do we know it's January 8th? A very eagle-eyed fan watched several weeks ago. Joe Hill put on his Twitter account this animated promo. It's basically the same. It's the poster, but it had some animated smoke on it.
Right.
Somebody noticed, and we're showing it to you right now. So here it is right now. If you watch it, it just looks like a poster with some smoke. But if you look really, really closely, I'm going to kind of scrub through. If you look at the smoke just
Look
above
at
the text, you can clearly see the words "Trailer 1-8."
Oh, my gosh.
So there it is. I know it's a little hard to read, probably in our low resolution video here that I screen captured from Twitter, but it says plain as day, Trailer 1-8.
love
So
it.
guys, get excited! Finally.
Thank you, people out there who pay that close attention to
Yeah, all you
the
people on the
little
fan
snippets.
pages, your Facebook fan page, for Locke and Key and Joe Hill. We're
Yeah.
members of those fan pages. You guys noticed this, and thanks for pointing it out because I totally missed it.
Cheers to you. I did not see that at all, and that would happen in like December, right?
Yeah, it was several weeks ago. So the other Locke and Key news that dropped this week, we got a brand new image.
Oh, this is awesome.
We got this image right here. It's Tyler and Kinsey Locke, two of the three Locke children, standing over a grand piano, and Kinsey is holding up a key. You got to look really, really closely.
Sure.
I don't know if you can see it super sharp in this video, but it's the music key.
Yeah.
Or the music box key. I think it's music key or music box key, whatever you want to call it. The reason you can tell, if you can't see it in our video, but if you download the photo and you zoom in on it real tight, it's clearly the teeth of it are these music notes. And we got a picture of the actual key.
Yep.
Because they make these keys and they sell them at comic book shops.
Which is
and stuff,
awesome.
And at Comic-Con. So it's clearly, if you do a side-by-side, which we don't have queued up and ready to go, but you can tell that's the music key. And obviously they're standing in front of a grand piano.
Right. That
Clearly a
makes perfect
music
sense.
key. What do you need to know about the music key, guys? It's a really cool key. You take this key, you put it in this magical music box, and when the music starts playing, the person who controls the music box can control
The person that's
people's
listening
minds.
to
So if you hear the
it.
music coming out of the music box, the person who has the key can basically control your mind like Charles Xavier, tell you what to do. You have to follow their orders.
So cool.
So it's sort of a mind control, person control key. It's a really cool key.
Yes.
So that's cool. The only other image I think we've seen so far is Key House. So
Yeah.
we'll see a lot more in the trailer on January 8th.
I can't wait.
Speaking of trailers, the last thing I want to talk about with Locke and Key that dropped this week are the two new teaser promos. I have no idea what these things mean, so please let us know in the comments section, all you Locke and Key fans.
Yes.
What do these trailers? We're going to show them to you. So here, take a look. These are the two new 9-second teaser promos for Locke and Key. Check it out. Okay, guys, I need to know what these are. So the first one is the bear trap. This bear trap promo was dropped on Twitter with all it said was the trap is set. Or trap is set was the caption to the video. I don't remember a bear trap in Lock and Key.
I don't remember.
Do you remember
one
a bear
either.
trap?
I don't. I mean, it's been a while since we read it, but still, I would think that would stand out.
I don't.
Help us out.
Help us
people,
out. All you Lock and Key
please.
fans, guys. Where was the bear trap? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I don't remember
It looks really
either.
cool. It's rusty and scary looking.
Yeah.
Looks right out of a Saw movie. I think it looks pretty dope. The second one, I just don't get either. It's this.
I know.
Okay, so it's almost like a firefly jar
Yeah.
rising out of the earth.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, this one dropped on Twitter and with the caption, "The most painful memories are the ones we bury."
Ooh.
I don't remember this in the book.
These captions are great, but
They are
like
great.
you said, I don't remember.
It's-
We need help.
Captions from a masterful story writer, Mr. Joe Hill.
I agree. You know, something that I'm loving is these like quick little 9-second trailers. I think it's great. It's just
Yeah.
like a little snippet of what we're about to see, and I can't wait.
I know. It's awesome. Well, we'll find out more on January 8th, this Wednesday, when the trailer drops, guys. So let us know in the comment section, please. What are these things? Let us know. I'm very, very curious. Really want to know.
Heck
So,
yeah.
moving on to our final nerd news story of the week. If you watch Chuckload of Comics, you know our cat is meowing, by the way. let me just, because we got a lot of mics in this room, so if you hear a cat screaming, that's
We're
our
not.
cat.
He's not being hurt. He just
He just wants to talk about movie trailers. So, two big movie trailers that dropped this week. The first one was for A Quiet Place 2.
Yeah, buddy.
Awesome trailer for A Quiet Place 2. And the second one is Gretel and Hansel.
Yes.
Also a killer trailer. We're going to break both of them down for you. Really, really cool. The first one was A Quiet Place 2.
Yes.
Shawnee, you saw this trailer?
I did. Oh my gosh, I love this trailer almost more than the first trailers we saw for the first ones. Like this
Yeah.
is because you're seeing what happened briefly before.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
so
first thing you see in this trailer
So
is
cool.
the words Day One, which is exactly what everybody, when they walked out of Quiet Place, the first thing they wanted to see is like, well, I hope they show us the fall of Earth. Like, I hope they show the first day these things,
Right.
these creatures show up.
And we never saw that.
And we're getting that. We
Yeah.
get to see Emily Blunt. She's cruising in her car.
That's right.
With her family in there. Everything's all fine. And then you see there's all kinds of craziness going on outside the car. There's weird stuff happening on the radio as she's driving around. And then total panic ensues. I think she hits somebody with her car. See this really cool shot where a bus is coming like right at the car and she throws it in reverse. And you see the alien monster thing like busting out of the front
Oh, that's so cool.
window of the bus. That was really cool. And then the Paramount Pictures logo comes
Oh,
up.
yeah.
And then that's when the trailer really starts. And you see the Emily Blunt family, for lack of a better term. I don't remember their exact name, but so you see the Blunt family.
Sure.
Walking through the woods in classic Quiet Place fashion, in classic Walking Dead fashion.
Ah, good point.
Walking through the woods, and then she steps on a tripwire, which drops a whole bunch of glass bottles.
Dope.
Makes a ton of noise. Everybody freaks out. She looks at her children and says, "Run!"
Run.
And who do they run into? They run into a masked character in sort of a barn or a factory or something. We get introduced to our new characters. The two new characters are Cillian Murphy.
Sweet.
If you don't know who he is the guy. He was the Scarecrow in Batman Begins.
Yep.
He's been in many, many other things. And he's awesome.
Yes.
So he's one of our new characters. Of course, Jaimin Hansu. Everybody knows who Jaimin Hansu is. So those are going to be sort of your two new characters of the film.
So cool.
And then it goes on from there. So check out the trailer. Let us know in the comment section. What do you think about the Quiet Place 2 trailer? It comes out, I think it was in March.
Yeah, I think
don't
so.
remember. I probably should watch the trailer again.
That sounds
So Sean, you
right.
obviously love the trailer.
Oh, man, I thought it was great. Like I said, I mean, I love that they're introducing new characters, and we all know that she had a child, and that
The baby, yeah.
And they even said in the trailer how there's nothing left. Why are you even trying? And then she shows them the baby, and she's just like, please, I need your help.
What do you think? You think we'll see, since we are going back to day one, you think John Krasinski's going to be back in the film? You think we'll see more Krasinski back in flashbacks?
You know what? I thought that for a split second, but now I don't think so. I think that it's going to be a quick flashback.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be pretty much what we saw in the trailer, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get much for the flashback.
Well, last little thing about the trailer. It says, I think it's Cillian Murphy says at the end of the trailer that the people you want to save aren't the people you know they are, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to get a little backstory of maybe this was like a government-created alien or something. So something like humanity can't be trusted.
Oh,
So
snap.
Get excited. If you haven't watched the trailer, check it out on YouTube, Quiet Place 2. Second trailer that dropped this week. Was really looking forward to seeing a new trailer.
Yeah.
We've seen some promo material and stuff for Gretel and Hansel. The new creepy, scary kids movie. Gretel and Hansel. It's really an awesome, creepy trailer.
No kidding.
Very excited. I'm surprised it's not an R rating. It's going to be a PG-13 rating.
It looked very
But,
R-rated to me.
It did.
Yeah.
So what I loved most about it was the Orion Pictures
Right?
title treatment that came right at the beginning. Old school, man. All you children of the 80s.
I thought that was a lost thing. I didn't realize. But then you can see below it says an MGM company. I'm
yeah.
not sure if it's always been an MGM company or not, but
I don't know
hey,
either.
that's pretty cool.
So that was kind of cool. That got my attention. So what happens in the trailer? You see Hansel and Gretel. Apparently they've been cast out of their town or their city, their village, and they've been cast into the forest to fend for themselves. And they're very hungry. They're very tired. They're still keeping up high spirits. They're still buddies. If you look very closely, Gretel, you might recognize.
Oh, is that little Beverly Marsh?
That is Beverly
It
Marsh
sure is.
from the It Chapter 1 movie. I've been wondering what she was up to. Well, now we know. Hopefully this movie is great because she's awesome.
I know.
So I hope the movie's awesome and her career flourishes. Well, anyway, she doesn't look a lot like she does in It
No,
Chapter 2,
she
so I had to
doesn't.
actually find that out on IMDb. But anyway, so they're walking through the woods. And they come across a house. Of course, it's Hansel and Gretel. Like a gingerbread house. Probably not an actual gingerbread house, if I'm remembering Hansel and Gretel
Yeah,
right.
it's candy or gingerbread or something.
So it's a house, and Hansel, the hungry kid that he is, he smells some cake. He climbs in through a window. Gretel gets locked out. But the good sister that she is, she stays outside. I think she makes like a campfire or something.
Yeah.
Maybe she's trying to burn the house down. I don't know.
Oh, could be.
But
That's a
just
good
then,
point.
the witch walks out.
Of course.
Looking very creepy, very scary looking witch. Walks out. The two kids go inside. You know, their stomachs get the best of them. And hilarity ensues.
Hilarity ensues.
It's a creepy trailer, guys. I want to know what you think in the comments section. Do the kids get eaten? There's a really cool scene where the witch is pulling a long lock of hair.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Wait, I think I got
Out of her
that. Look at
mouth.
that.
What's going on there?
Oh, it's so gross. And you're going, oh my gosh, well, she does eat kids.
Yeah, well, the movie comes out the end of January. Super excited. Let us know in the comment section. What did you think about the Gretel and Hansel trailer? We'd like to know what you think. Are you excited? Do you think that we're seeing a trailer now this close to release? Is that a bad thing? Is that a good thing? I don't know. Or is it nothing at all? Are we overthinking it? All right, guys, as promised, we're saving a little bit of time here at the end of the show to do our 2019 Best of Countdown. You know, on YouTube, a lot of people do their countdowns. Favorite trailers, favorite comic books, favorite movies. We're going to count down our favorite Hateful comments from viewers, guys.
Yeah, buddy.
It's slowly becoming our favorite segment weekly on the Truckload of Comics Show. We get a lot of hate mail, so we figured let's collect all of our best hate mail from 2019. But there was so much to get into. We needed two very special guests to join us. Joining us here to give away the coveted Hateful Comments from Viewers trophy right here, a guy who hasn't been on the show in a long time, our good friend CJ Riley. CJ, welcome back to the Truckload of Comics Show.
Thank you very much. Glad to be back.
Are you letting the hate flow through you?
Yeah, that's where assist force comes from.
You need to
That's right.
start with a loving heart, because this is all in fun, guys. We're not retaliating at people. That's not what we do.
That's true.
We get a kick out of reading hate mail from people because it just makes us know we're doing something right, that people are taking notice. Well, also helping us to read the plethora of hateful comments that we're going to get into in just a second, a guy who's here relatively often these days, BA from the YouTube show, BA in the House.
Woohoo!
BA himself. Andy, how's it going?
It's going good, man. I'm just reading over these freaking grocery store lists of what these.
There's a lot.
I mean, I really don't know what you guys, expect. but yeah. So
We do our best.
pleasure to be
We
here,
try,
Chuck. It's
I know,
a pleasure
right?
to be here.
Thank
Well,
you.
we're going to go ahead and get into these things, guys. Just a reminder, the coveted hateful comment from viewers trophy is what they are hoping to
Aspiring
get.
That's right.
That's what we're giving away. The winner gets this. It's the beautiful hateful comments from viewers trophy. Love it to death. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. We're going to do all of sort of the honorable mentions, and then we're going to give the greatest, most wonderful hateful comment of 2019. So kicking it off is a guy who doesn't like women, apparently. So this came from our Charlie's Angels. We did a Charlie's Angels movie review. And a gentleman by the name of Sean Sammy went ahead and left a comment that sent ripples through the comment section of this video. So many people commented on Sean Sammy's comment. What he said about Charlie's Angels. A movie about women, by the way. It's always been about women.
Right.
What he says, why do women have to aspire to be men in order to be strong? Can't women be strong and traditionally ascribed... Can't women be strong in ways traditionally ascribed to women? Why do people suddenly want women to be second-class men?
What?
Talking about Charlie's Angels here, guys.
Charlie's Angels.
Shame on you, man.
It's a woman's movie, right? I mean, what is he talking about?
It's always been about women.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Why? A little bit of recap of what he said. Can't women be strong in ways traditionally ascribed to women?
I thought that was a traditionally ascribed role for women.
I don't know.
Right?
So, thoughts?
I've got nothing for that one.
So we're talking about.
I just started thinking about Lucy Liu and Drew Barrymore, and I got distracted.
I don't know what this person is upset about. You had an all-star female cast. You
Kristen
had a
Stewart.
Right?
female director.
Yeah.
I'm sure she was a producer as well. As long as that. Elizabeth Banks is awesome.
She was the director.
I
and
don't
one of
know
the co-stars.
what this person wants.
He wanted a bunch of women in the kitchen making babies in Charlie's Angels, apparently. So anyway, thank you, Sean Sammy. You are one of our runners-up. CJ, I understand you got a good one.
I do. I've got two from the same person. I don't know the backstory, but God Country of Soul.
Good name.
Says-
Good name.
Well, he calls the show Chuckload of Bullshit.
Damn it.
Which, it's a little lazy, but funny, I
see where-
guess.
I
Call it
can-
Chuckload of anything, I
Right?
suppose. And then he also goes on to say, more losers with stupid-ass titles just to get people to click.
You got me.
Oh, snap.
You're on to me.
I mean, I don't know what he was intending. What do you click on?
Right?
Are you just used to clicking on stupid-ass shit, I guess?
I think I should name my shows Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3. As
Sorry,
to
truck
not
nuts.
try to get any clickbait. I agree with it. It's Chuckload of bullshit.
Oh, that's funny.
You know.
That guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
Chuckload of Comics is awesome. You guys are going to kick butt in 2020.
Thank you,
Thanks,
BA.
Andy.
Well, Shauna, this next one is one that's very close to your heart,
Oh,
I believe.
man.
Because this one is
Okay, so-
directly aimed at you.
It is, and it's interesting. This was my buddy, Brad Craven, who says, "Oh my gosh, that woman laughing all the way through is just so irritating."
Oh, Brad.
What the heck,
What
Brad?
the heck?
That's not
come
nice.
on.
What kind of
That
world do we
was
live in where they shoot you for laughing?
But that was directly towards me. That wasn't even
was pretty
about
hurtful.
her content.
It's just a random noise she makes every 30 seconds.
That
yeah,
was
right. That's true.
I didn't even notice
See?
until
Oh
just
no!
now.
Thanks, Brad.
Brad Craven.
Brad.
Stop laughing,
Yeah, what a
Shauna.
jerk.
Blaine.
That one was rough. Andy, what's the next hateful comment from viewers of 2019? I know you got a good one queued up.
I just caught that last Seinfeld reference you just dropped for it.
They shoot you for
in the
laughing.
street for laughing.
Exactly.
But yeah, this one is from Brandon Rachel. Says, you guys suck. The Disney Farce Wars is a disgrace to Star Wars.
The Disney Farce Wars.
So, I'm not sure if you guys liked the movie they didn't like, or if the world appreciated a film that they didn't like, or if they didn't if they're upset that you saw it and they didn't have enough money to go see it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're so upset about...
We have a bad history of forgetting how hateful people can be about the new Star Wars movies. People hold Star Wars very close to their hearts, and if you even mention Star Wars and you get an opinion even one way or the other, chances are your opinion is wrong.
No kidding.
Something I've learned throughout the years. So that's a good one. Thank you, Brandon Rachel. You guys suck. What a wonderful
That's
comment.
plain and simple.
I like it.
All
So
right,
this
Chuck,
next
what
one,
do you got?
it comes from Pentelius Dalezios.
Dalezios, okay.
Love your name.
It's a
Yeah, love
snack
good
sense.
This one's great because not only is it homophobic, it's also a jab directly at us. He says, LOL, this channel has so many subscribers. Overrated as shit. What a gay.
What a gay.
What
One
does
more
that even
time.
mean?
LOL, this channel has so many subscribers. Overrated as shit. What a gay. I didn't know we had so many subscribers. I thought we were
yeah.
like really on the lower end
I
of
did too.
shows.
And then what a gay. What does that mean? Is that thanks?
Thanks.
Thanks.
You guys are happy. All right, yeah, Chuckload of Comics is a happy show.
That's right.
I guess that's what he meant by gay.
I am a gay.
We've got to wonder what a gay in the life of Pantius Maximus.
Pantius. Thank you, Pantius. And
Pantius
overrated as shit. I
Maximus.
couldn't agree with you more. CJ, what's the next hateful comment from viewers?
Let's see. We got one from Abba Green that in long, drawn-out letters goes, ugh, shills. You guys suck.
That's the second time someone said you guys suck.
What the heck? Oh,
It's supposed
wow.
to be popular. It's
I
not
know,
very
right?
creative, though.
It
No,
isn't.
it's not. I agree. I
Shills.
think that's pretty.
You
Shills.
guys suck a... Well, we won't go there.
We are shills. We work for Disney. If you weren't paying attention to Brandon Rachel earlier, the
Go
Disney
suck an
farce,
egg.
we are shills.
We apparently are.
That's a good one. These are really good, guys. If you want to be
are.
featured on the Chuckload of Comics Hateful Comment for Viewers
All you
Trophy,
got to do is say you suck.
just say you suck and say we're shills, and you
No,
could
say
win.
we suck.
We'll say your
That's
name, so however many thousand people can see it.
All right, we're almost to our big winner. Shauna, what's the next runner-up?
Oh man, the next runner-up is kind of plain and simple here. It just says, "This guy's full of shit."
I assume they're talking about me.
I have to assume that because you are the guy in the show, so I have to assume that.
This one's good. It's straight. It's to the point. This one comes from Mike Joseph Vids. Thank you, Mike Joseph Vids. I like how you keep things sharp and,
Oh yes,
and pointless.
sorry, I didn't say the name. My apologies.
Well, it wasn't good enough to win the trophy, but
No.
it was really high on our list.
It wasn't, but we got one more from BA in the house over
Andy,
here.
what do you think, man?
This one's for the internet sensation Diego Lopez.
I remember when we did this one before. People really liked this one. So, Andy, what does Diego Lopez
I'm
say?
not sure whether to bust him on his just sure jerkness or his poor grammar. But we got something that's supposed to be like a snoozeville or something. We got ZZZ. Why the fuck these people have a podcast?
Good question.
He's mixed. There is no comma on air.
There's no comment.
There is. I mean, just bring your A game when you want to, dish hate. That's the only thing I have to say.
I just want to say we don't have a podcast. This is a YouTube channel. I don't want
Right?
to split hairs here with Diego Lopez, but this is not a podcast.
Am I on the
Very
wrong
different.
show?
It's like, yeah, right.
You were here for the podcast. Damn it.
Oh,
Cut.
CJ, sorry.
All right, guys. So those were great. Thank you all so much for your hateful comments. But the winner of the 2019 Hateful Comments from Viewers Trophy, you are going to take this home, lube it up, and settle on your mantle or something. It comes from a guy simply named Drew. We never mentioned this one on the show before, but this one's great. I love it, I love it, I love it. I had to Google search what this one even meant.
So did
Drew
I.
says, first he says, Christ, what a man-child disappointment. Well, Drew went on to write, Chuckload of Comics, you are a man-child and most likely a cuckold.
So, like, Chuck said we didn't know what a cuckold
Well, you didn't know.
was.
You don't know what it is because you don't watch porn anymore.
What is a cuckold?
All right, CJ, explain to us what a cuckold is, so people realize why Drew wins this hateful comment from
My
Viewers Trophy.
general understanding of it is that you have a woman in your life, but you are a wimp, so you just sit there and meekly watch somebody else hammer it home.
Interesting.
That's
Wow.
Thank you, Drew.
Drew.
That was
good
great.
job.
Okay.
You're a wise man. Well, that's why you're taking home the coveted round of applause for Drew. Everybody, he wins the Chuckload of Comics.
All right.
Coveted Hateful Comics Reviewers Trophy, guys. If you want to be entered to win the trophy for the 2020 Most Hateful Comic Viewers from trophies, I'm a
Most hateful
cuckold.
trophy.
I'm such a cuckold.
Such a cuckold and
Leave
a man-child.
leave a Hateful Comic, guys. This
Why
has
the
been a
hell
lot
do
of
you guys
fun.
have a podcast?
Why the hell you guys have? You guys
Apparently,
suck.
you're full of shit.
This guy's
I don't know
full
if
of
I can
shit.
trust you anymore.
Stop
Oh
laughing
my God,
over
I
there.
gotta stop laughing.
Stop laughing.
Someone's
Oh my
gay here.
gosh. I am such a gay. Well, thanks for watching Chuckload of Bullshit. CJ, Andy, thanks a lot for being here. This was tons of
Yes.
fun. Happy New Year to all of you guys out there. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button, leave some hateful comments. Maybe you can win a trophy. And join us here every Sunday for all the fun. So, that's about it, guys. Have a happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for all being here.
Yeah.
Right here from Chuckload of Bullshit, I
Happy
am
New Year
Chuck
from
the
all of us.
Cuckold Lindsay.
Yeah.
Have a fantastic New Year. We'll see you here next
Bye-bye,
Sunday.
everybody.